A company offers premium cable for $39.95 per month, plus a one-time setup fee that we don't know about. The total cost for setup and 6 months of service is $264.70. Write an equation in point slope form to find the total price y for any number of months. Hint is that the point 6,264.70 is a solution to the equation. So what represents the slope in this equation? Our x is going to be the number of months, x. Our y is going to be the total price. So when we see here we have $39.95 per month, what we really see is $39.95x per month. Right? So the total cost of setup and 6 months of service is $264. So what represents the slope in this equation? It is the $39.95, because that is what's multiplied by the x, $39.95 per month. So the slope is represented by 39.95, since that is what is multiplied by our x. And we are also told that the cost of setup and 6 months of service is $264.70. The number of months is our x, and the total cost for service, total price, is our y. So the hint is that when x is 6, y is 264.70, and this point is a solution to the equation. This point lies on the line that is created by this situation. So let's go ahead and insert this information into our point slope form of the equation. So we have y minus y1, which is 264.70, is equal to the slope, which we talked about earlier, is 39.95, and that's going to be multiplied by x minus x1, and our x1 is 6. So here is our equation in point slope form, and what we're asked to do next is to rewrite this equation in slope intercept form. And if you remember, slope intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b. Right. So let's go ahead and do that now. We could say y minus 264.70 is equal to 39.95 parentheses x minus 6. And we were going to go ahead and distribute out the 39.95, so we'll get y minus 264.70 is equal to 39.95 minus, and we're doing 6 times 39.95. So let me drop that in the calculator, and we'll get, I'm sorry, I forgot the x there, and we'll get 239 and 7 over 10, or 0.7. Okay, so now in order to get it into slope intercept form, the y needs to be alone on the left side of the equal sign. The term with the x is right next to the equal sign on the right side, so this term with the x is in the right position. And then we have our b, our constant, on the far right side of the equal sign. So what we need to do is add 264.70 to both sides of the equal sign. And if we do that, we are left with y is equal to 39.95x. And we are left with 25. So plus 25. And that is our equation in slope-intercept form. So I'll write it here. Y is equal to 39.95x plus 25. So now the last question is what is the setup fee? What represents the setup fee? So an easy way to figure what that is if we graph this equation. So let's do that down here at the bottom. We'll have our x-axis and our y-axis. Remember, our x-axis is the number of months, and the y-axis is the total price. If we're graphing this equation, our b is 25. So maybe I could put here 25 as on the y-axis, and our b is our y-intercept. So that's our first point. And then our slope is 39.95, which means our slope m is equal to 39.95 over 1. So our rise is 39.95 and our run is 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a couple of months in here. 1, 2, 3 months. So starting at $25, if we rise 39.95, that will take us to 64. So let's say 64.95 is our next data point. So we scroll up, we rise 39.95, and we run 1 month. So if we want to figure out what's our total cost at 1 month, it is $64.95. Right? And if I go ahead and add another notch on the y-axis, that would put us at 105.95. And we would go up 39.95 and move over 1. So that would put our next point on the line over here. So what does this tell us? That if we want service for 2 months, a cost is going to be $105.95. So the question here is, what's the setup fee? Looking at this here, we can see, kind of hard to draw this line. But looking at the graph here, we can see that the setup fee is right here, right? It is $25. And for each additional month after paying $25, you need to pay $39.95. Right? So the setup fee of $25 is a one-time fee, and then every month we're going up by $39.95. So back to the question, what is the setup fee? What represents the setup fee? It's our 25. And what is our 25? It's the b in the slope-intercept form of the equation. And what is the b in the slope-intercept form of the equation? It's the y-intercept. So we can say here, the b represents the setup fee. B is the y-intercept.